up, Internet? I'm Christiane Cordero, and this is the 734 from WCCO. We know you're about to head out the door, maybe head to work this last day of the year. Let's get you started with today's weather. 23 is what we're hitting today. Riley O'Connor said to watch out for those slick spots. We can know that the sun is possibly going to make an appearance. The snow fell overnight, so it could be slick out there. Average highs, what we're hitting, and then dipping down into the teens for New Year's Eve. Good news, though, dry. So now let's talk about this. 3 words you often hear between December 26th and mid-January. New Year's resolutions. Do you have any? We asked our viewers this morning. Diana said more time reading. That's what she's looking for. Angela said that she is trying to be more creative in her healthy cooking. Fun. Casey wants to try to go to sleep at a decent hour. Same, Casey. And Jessica is going to try to incorporate more meditation into her daily routine. Nothing fancy. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys. A lot of resolution involving becoming healthier or losing weight, as is true for this time of year in general, plus spending more time at the gym. Financial resolutions are also big. Getting out of debt, saving more money. We want to know what your plans are. What are your resolutions for 2020? How are you going to be a better person? Or do you not really like having one mantra going into the new year? Do you usually try to do something a little bit more sustainable instead of a big life change? Let us know. Those watching on Facebook, leave us a comment. We'll get through a few of those in just a minute. In the news today, a big break in weather will give people a chance to dig out from yesterday's snow. And if you dig all the way to the car, you might want to move it, or your year could end at the impound lot. Snow emergencies are in effect in a handful of cities, including Minneapolis and St. Paul. We saw a few cars getting towed overnight, so make sure you check the rules where you live. They vary between Minneapolis and St. Paul. We also saw more than 700 crashes on the roads yesterday, according to the State Patrol. With all of those crashes, it's going to be a busy week at repair shops. At Hagen Auto Body Shop in Minneapolis, the snow yesterday did create fewer problems than what they saw Saturday with the ice.
Some people don't have a problem driving in the snow, but nobody likes to drive in the ice. And as we saw Saturday morning, I was watching the news myself, and there was cars spun out everywhere. So we won't be fixing everything, but we still have to get to that, make that determination, whether they are repairable or not.
A MnDOT snowplow was involved in one of the last night's crashes. This was at 169 and Bass Lake Road in New Hope. The State Patrol says the top of the truck hit the bridge, and as you can see, it looks like it came off the truck and was leaning against the bridge. Investigators say everyone is okay and the crash did not damage the bridge. We saw a lot of you out enjoying the snow yesterday. We met these brothers while they were sledding in Bloomington. Philip, Robert, and Christopher McCaffrey say that it is fun going down those icy hills, but going back up, that is a different story. Last day of 2019, last day of the decade, and New Year's celebrations are already happening across the world. Sydney is one of the first big cities to lead the world into the new year. The clock hit midnight there about 40 minutes ago, and 1 billion people around the globe tune in for their famous firework display over the Sydney Harbor. These fireworks almost didn't happen because of that wildfire risk down there, but the show, of course, did go on. Closer to home now, New York City is ready to ring in the 2020 year at the stroke of midnight. Here's a live look at Times Square this morning. People are already lining up. More than 1 million people will fill those barricades today ahead of that iconic ball drop tonight. Last-minute preparations have the Waterford Crystal Ball ready to shine. This year's ball is outfitted with more than 2,600 crystal triangles. Science teachers and students will help flip the switch to ring in the new year. Security is beefed up in the area. For the first time, drones will be used for surveillance as well. Family events are also happening here in the Twin Cities. Closer to home, you have 2 chances to celebrate at Como Zoo in St. Paul. It's New Year's Eve. I might be going to that. It's both today and tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mall of America is hosting a Moonlight Circus that starts at 6 p.m. Of course, this evening, New Year's Sparkle-rama at the Minnesota Children's Museum starts at 6 tonight. That includes the beach ball drop at 8. If your plans involve drinking this evening, plan, of course, a sober ride home. Metro Transit is offering free rides from 6 p.m. all the way until 3 a.m. That's on buses, the light rail, North Star lines. Free rides are also available on Minnesota Valley Transit Authority and Anoka County traveler routes. Some of the people left homeless after the massive fire in downtown Minneapolis are questioning where money that's been donated to help is actually going. The fire destroyed the Drake Hotel on Christmas Day. Some of the 250 people who lived there were transitioning out of homelessness. Well, those families are at a hotel in Bloomington, but other families who were paying rent to live at the Drake Hotel are being sheltered at a church. Some of them worry that they're being overlooked.
This church is wonderful. These people are wonderful. The Red Cross staff is wonderful. The problem is, as I said, the people who is not here.
So Hennepin County says the Red Cross and the Minneapolis Foundation are responsible for delegating those funds. The foundation says says about $40,000 will help the people staying at the church. Well, they've raised a total of nearly $400,000. A Kansas police officer has resigned after getting caught in a lie. The officer falsely accused a McDonald's employee of writing the word pig on his coffee cup. The Harrington police chief says that the officer meant it as a joke, but should have come forward before it became a nationwide incident. An investigation found that McDonald's and its employees had nothing to do with it. Heads up for people with peanut allergies. A local company is recalling its salad. J&J Distributing says its Kowalski's Market's Sicilian chopped salad and Italian Steakhouse Cobb salads are misbranded. The salads have pine nuts, but the label doesn't say so. The salads have sell-by dates of December 27th through January 2nd. Best to toss it out if you have it. Vikings fans heading to the Big Easy for this weekend's playoffs games, you have a new option for getting there. Sun Country added another round-trip flight from MSP Airport to New Orleans. The flight leaves the Twin Cities on Saturday morning, returns 11:30 Sunday night. Be sure to join WCCO Live from New Orleans, by the way, with Vikings fans before and after the playoff game. Meanwhile, the Gophers, fun time for football, right? They are in Tampa soaking up the sun ahead of the Outback Bowl yesterday. Fans, players, and the marching band took over part of Clearwater Beach. I hope they had some sunscreen after the weather we've had lately. The Gophers take on Auburn tomorrow. We will be down there too. Look out for our live report starting tonight. Let's get back to today's talker. We're bringing in WCCO's digital guy, Cole. Cole, what are people saying about the New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, we got a lot of people chiming in today. We have Pat saying, I resolved to not making resolutions.
Very clever,
be the
Pat.
best I can be every day.
Live your best life, Pat. Thank you.
And then we have Kathy saying, find some joy each and every day. And we have Michelle saying, I set goals, travel, health, and financial goals for 2020. We have Becca saying, instead of a resolution that I will inevitably break, I'm picking a word for 2020. My word will be empowered.
Okay, we're going to check back in, Becca, in 6 months and see if you're still empowered.
We'll see.
Yeah, I hope so. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks,
How
Cole.
about you?
I just try to be a better person.
There you go. That's good.
You know, it's like you set some goals throughout the year. You do your best to accomplish them. I'm very much a short-term goal and a big picture person. So, yeah. What about you, Cole?
You know, I've been getting away from running, so I want to do another 10-miler. I might try to do that.
I've heard we have one here in the Twin Cities, and it's pretty phenomenal. Great. Good luck, Cole. Thanks. That's it for now. This is the 734 from WCCO, and most of the Twin Cities are on the go, so why not make us your place for mobile news? We'll be back here on Thursday at 7:34, and until then, be nice to each other. Have a happy New Year.